the story of a man named Matthew. Wait a minute. This isn't Matthew. Who is this person?
Hello.
This isn't Matthew at all. Cut. Can we get the real Matthew in here, please? This is the story of student number 599. He's better than student 598, but not quite good enough to be student 600. So where is student number 599? Well, he's right here. This is student number 599. He's just a regular student. He goes to his classes, and overall, he enjoys life. Now, some may see going to school every day as being torturous, or even terrible. But Matthew sees it as a joy. And thus, there he's off to his next venture. But little did Matthew know that this would change his life forever. Matthew would walk every day from his classes, and he would try to go down the elevator. Unfortunately for Matthew, the elevator would not work. As you see, there was no button on this elevator, only a keyhole. So Matthew had to take the stairs. But it was on those very stairs that his life changed forever. It was on this day that Matthew was walking down the stairs that he realized something that he had not realized before. He was alone. No students had come into school that day. These very crowded stairs were empty, for no apparent reason, but they were empty, and Matthew wondered why. Do not let the sounds of other human beings fool you, as Matthew was completely and utterly alone, with no one around at all. And that is all. The sounds you are hearing are simply an illusion. As Matthew walked down the hall, he went to the cafeteria to see if any of his fellow students were in there. He walked through the first door. But much to Matthew's surprise, there was nobody here either. It appears that the entire school has been abandoned. This was very odd for Matthew, seeing as no one had called or alerted him. Why would school have not been here this day? Why would Matthew not have known? Unknown to Matthew at this time, the answer is a horrible riddle that can only be solved by him. As the visions of his former classmates grew stronger, Matthew could swear he could just see them off the horizon. But nonetheless, he decided to move on in his quest to find the answers. Matthew could swear he could hear the visions of his fellow classmates, but decided to move on in his quest. But much to Matthew's confusion, he was in the cafeteria. How odd. He could have sworn that he went into a classroom. But nonetheless, Matthew was thirsty, so he decided to buy himself a drink. Little did Matthew know there was a secret to this vending machine, a secret that held the dark past of this school. All he had to do was push the second button from the right on the top shelf 12 times, which he enjoyed doing. But Matthew could not have possibly known this until he hit it the 12 times by mistake, and a mighty earthquake shook the ground. And then there was silence. As Matthew emerged in this room, he had no idea what he saw. But what he did see were computers. Lots of computers with numbers on them, including his own, number 599. Matthew sat upon this computer chair, and he looked deep into this computer's eye, and he said, "I will terminate you.
I will terminate you."
He then pushed buttons. Not that one. Not that one either. Not that one either. Not that one. There you go. The vile machine shut down. The lights flickered on and off. Actually, they just kind of turned off. And Matthew realized that he had just spoken for the first time in his entire life. Matthew stood from the chair. And then everything went black. Matthew walked down the hallway as he heard the voices of his fellow students behind him. But he was leaving this place forever. This is the end of Matthew's story.